Hello my friend, it's Cami from the blog Tidbits at tidbits-cami.com. Today I'm doing a video for you that is probably covering one of the most requested questions that I get from my YouTube followers. I want to share with you some of the more natural, safe, and effective cosmetic products that I have spent years trying to discover through trial and error. So I want to go over with you the products that I use for my facial skin or all over skin, the products that I use for my hair, the products that I use for makeup, and even the more natural and safe products that I use for menstrual care. So we're covering some good stuff here today. I really am passionate about using more natural and safe products on our precious bodies. So let's cover all these things today. Okay, first things first, let's cover facial care. This is pretty important for women, I would say. I discovered about a year ago a company called Lavender Meadows Co. And it is founded by this girl named Kira, and I love her story. Go and read her about page to learn more, but she used to be a pharmacy technician and really felt like she wanted to see more natural versus synthetic products and the things that we put on our bodies. And so after having babies and going through so many hormonal changes and just a lot of struggles with her skin, she played around and created this product line. And I just love her story. I love what she's doing. She says she uses Mother Nature's remedies in her products versus things that are made in a lab. And they are safe to use for pregnancy, for nursing. She didn't like that so many of the products that she was seeing in her line of work were not safe for pregnancy or for mothers to be. And so all that she's created is meant to solve the major problems that we have: acne, hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, and all these things she wanted to help us with naturally. So I just love her products so much. They have really changed how I feel in my skin. And I have to tell you, I am showing up here today. I didn't put a stitch of powder, foundation, anything on my skin. I did put on a little makeup and pencil in my brows. I didn't want to look too homely for you today. But I really dislike when people share with me their skincare routines and then they have like makeup covering their skin. I really want to see what it's doing. And to be honest, this is the best my skin has ever looked. Ever! I'm 38, so I'm nearing my 40s and I feel better in my skin than I ever have. Okay, so for cleansers, she has a couple of options. And so I'll kind of rotate, but mostly I use this oat cleanser in the morning, and then she has this cleansing balm. This I like to use if my skin's feeling drier. It's a little more moisturizing. But this oat cleanser is super gentle, and I'll usually put it on my face before I get in the shower or for morning. So she has those two cleansers. They're fantastic. I love them. After the cleansing products that I use, I will put on her brightening fruit essence. And this has a plant in it called bakuchiol. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it is an incredible natural alternative to retinol, which is synthetic, but does a pretty good job at like firming up our skin and encouraging collagen, I think, if I understand it right. But so she's using this plant infused into this. Lots of really good stuff in here that just helps heal your skin, make it feel bright and refreshed. And this is something it's like a serum you apply and let it dry on. So I have found amazing results with this. So after the fruit essence, I like to use one of her newest products called her Renewing Flower Serum. And this one might have bakuchiol in it as well. Yes, it does. It also has butterfly pea flower. And I actually when I was researching her ingredients, I discovered butterfly pea flower and its amazing benefits. And so I shared a butterfly pea flower latte recipe on my blog that I absolutely love. So it's great to drink as a tea, but also in our cosmetic products. And if I understand right, butterfly butterfly pea flower can help a lot with the wrinkles and the hyperpigmentation and kind of just repair any skin damage. I've noticed it has made my skin way more firm around my eyes. It's just amazing. And she does warn that it takes about 6 to 8 weeks before you see results with these products. And from my understanding of herbs and plants, that is correct. They just take a while versus synthetic products that are faster acting but have more detrimental impacts in the long run. So overall, I feel like these two products have made a huge difference with my hyperpigmentation, which I've struggled with since I've had babies. You can still see a little bit of darkening on my skin, but I promise it was so much worse. I've just been amazed at how it's lightened these. I had a dermatologist tell me that to take care of these, they would bleach my skin, and I'm like, no, thank you. So I am so pleased with these products. And I do have to say, they are higher priced than what you're gonna find at the supermarket, but the products are basically expensive products, and she's found a way to get them in our hands. One of my favorite things about what she does is when you buy these in the beautiful glass and bamboo containers, you can then buy refill pouches, which saves you money. So she's done everything she can to help make these accessible for us. Okay, so after the cleanser and these serums, I use her moisturizer, which is amazing. It doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy, it just soaks in and makes my skin feel so smooth. I usually just use it at night all over, and in the morning I like to put it right under my eyes. I just feel like that kind of brightens them up for the day. So that's how I use her moisturizer. Some other products from Lavender Meadows Co. that I love, she makes lip balms, and she has a lotion, but I'm going to talk about that actually when I talk about hand and body skincare. So that's it for the facial. If I'm using something to kind of refresh my face, I like to use lavender hydrosol. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It's the water that's left over after they've distilled the oil from the lavenders. So it's basically lavender water, but it's so good if I'm just feeling bleh. I just spray it on the face. It's so uplifting. If you have sunburns, this is amazing to put on a burn. Oh, and real quick, going back to Lavender Meadows Co. If you just want to trial run her products, she has released a mini kit, which is so good for traveling because I absolutely have to have these, and this won't go well on an airplane. I think they're a little bit too much liquid. So she has a mini kit that you can get and try out that way. I think that's a great option, but also just to have if you're traveling. Okay, now to take off makeup, particularly eye makeup, I use a couple of things. I like to shower in the morning, so at night I just have a jar of coconut oil. That's all this is. I just get a tissue or a thing of toilet paper and put a little coconut oil on there. It wipes off eye makeup really good and actually moisturizes your eyes very nicely at the same time. And then in the morning, if I have any remaining, and you can also do this at night, this is just my routine, but I love these NORWEX makeup rags. They just take off eye makeup really well. So if there's any leftover mascara, I will use these rags for that. So it's just like one less product I need to buy for that. Coconut oil and a rag takes off my makeup. If I need any like acne spot treatment, and this is especially for my teenage girls that like to do this, frankincense is really good to put on just kind of spot treat your acne, or tea tree oil. I think it's also called melaleuca. Those work really good to kind of just decrease those big blemishes that are really bothersome. And I'll also use lavender sometimes. So those are some essential oils that I think do a good job to help with acne. Okay, that was just spitfire information for you on what I do to care for my facial skin. Now let's talk about makeup. And honestly, you should probably know by now, I am no beauty blogger. My makeup routine is very minimal, and I should probably put on more, but I don't. So as far as foundation or concealer, I really go minimal for that. For myself and for my teenage girls, I feel like our skin needs to breathe. So I don't particularly love liquid foundation. I feel like it just kind of cakes on. I have not found a good natural product that does a good job there. But I did find this mineral powder from ALIMA Pure. You can buy it on Amazon or Grove Collaborative. I get the Olive One Satin Matte Foundation, and just any kind of brush. This is all I usually put on my skin in the morning. If I need to refresh it, if I'm going out at night, I'll put on another light layer. But it's very light feeling. I don't even know what's on there, but it just kind of evens out my skin tones, but it still gives me kind of a natural look. I just don't like to wear a lot of makeup. Again, I probably should put on a little more and try to contour and all that stuff, but it's just not who I am. I don't want to spend a lot of time covering my face. So what you see is what you get. All right, so as far as any lip stuff, I do not like lipstick, but I do like a little. Well, I'm usually just putting on chapstick. This Lavender Meadows lip balm is my favorite right now, but in the morning I usually, or when I'm filming a video, I usually put on this gloss from LOLO, and it has more natural safe products. Lipstick a lot of times can be very harmful. I mean, when you see lipstick brands that they're showing that it just does not come off no matter what you do, I'm sorry, I don't want to glue makeup on my face. So I don't. So if I need a little color on my lips, I'll just do a little light lip gloss, and this is the cleanest brand that I've found so far. Now, as for the eyes go, I do like to have a little mascara on. I have very light, very short and straight eyelashes. I've decided if in heaven we get the choice to just change one characteristic, I would like long, dark, curly eyelashes, please. But since I don't have that, I have an eyelash curler. I hate that I have to use this, but I have to use it. And then this is where I need your help. I have not found a natural alternative that I like. I just haven't maybe prioritized this one. But I just put on mascara. This is just Maybelline. I have to use waterproof because when you curl your eyelashes and you don't use waterproof mascara, your eyelashes just go back to straight. So I found I just have to use waterproof, and I know that there's not great ingredients in here. So please, if you have a suggestion for me of something a little safer, more natural in the mascara department, please let me know. Because I don't have a great solution for you there, but I just put on mascara, and then I do need to pencil in my brows a bit, and I just use any standard old brow pencil. This is the e.l.f. brand, probably the cheapest cosmetic brand out there. Again, if you have a better suggestion for me, I'm all ears, and please leave them in the comments so that we can all share together. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of great information on the makeup, but I do love the foundation I discovered. Other mineral powders would really irritate my skin, whereas that ALIMA does not. I do also have like eyeliner and eyeshadow that I'll put on a very rare occasion. Usually when I do, hubby goes, "Oh, you look very pretty today." But it's a pain to put all that on, so I usually don't. And I'm sorry, I could probably show up looking nicer here on camera for you, but it's just a lot of effort. All right, so teeth. I am very minimal there too. I have been using the Tom's brand, but I recently discovered this fluoride-free charcoal toothpaste, and there's a few brands. I think it's Hello brand. I think Native has some charcoal toothpaste, but this Burt's Bees one is what I've been using lately, and I really feel like the charcoal is a great alternative for teeth whitening. It's crazy, you're putting on black toothpaste pretty much, but it helps to whiten your teeth naturally. So I suggest trying out some charcoal toothpaste. Now let's talk about deodorant. I think especially for teens, it's important that they have some deodorant. I may not need it all the time. Maybe certain times of the month I need it more than others, if you know what I mean. But I have found a couple of brands that we really liked. My teenagers particularly like this Native brand. I tried several more natural deodorants and they felt like they didn't work all that great, but they love this Native brand, and it's pretty clean. But if you want like really, really clean, and I believe baking soda free, I highly recommend Just Ingredients. I love their Instagram feed as well. She is super educational and helps us make better decisions on everyday things. But her deodorant is about the only one my husband can use. Any deodorant with baking soda really irritates him, and most natural detergents have baking soda in them. So this one does not, and this is what he can tolerate the most, and it has some great smells. So that's deodorant. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk about what we put on our hands and maybe the rest of our skin and body. So, soaps, whether you're using them by the sinks or in the shower and all over soap, I do have a few that I love and recommend. So this PURACY brand is super clean. I buy dish soap from them. They do have detergents. They even have shampoo and conditioner. So check out PURACY on Amazon. You'll see a variety of their products. But I love their big refill pouches because I just have pretty containers for soap, hand soaps all over our bathrooms and the kitchen. And I love that I can buy these big refill bags and use them. So I highly recommend this. It's priced great and it's really clean. Now, if we're looking at like shower soaps, I really kind of switch that up. Like if I go to a farmer's market and see handmade soaps like from goat's milk or other nut oils, I love to buy like really pretty handmade soaps. So I look for those just in random places and get them when I just feel the need. That is something I want to get into more, is some soap making. So maybe this will be the year for that. But if I run out of that and I just need soap and I'm at the store, what I usually grab is KIRKS Castile soap, or Castile soap, however you want to say it. It's very clean, made from coconut oils, and it works good. It's very refreshing, not too drying on your skin. So that's just something, if you need to grab something from the department store, head for this. Avoid synthetic scents and colorants. Those are really offensive. I can always feel like when I use those at like someone else's house, my skin itches, I feel irritated. So I avoid mostly artificial colors and scents at all possible. But I do love natural scents like essential oils or infused plants into soaps and things. It's delicious. Oh, I didn't have any of this left because we used it all up. But another great soap company is called Bend Soap, and I have their lotions, but I ran out of their soap bars. This brand is made from their goats, from their goat milk, and it is fantastic. I ran across them and I was trying to find something that would be better for my two kiddos that kind of struggle with eczema or eczema, tomato, however you say it. I grew up with my mom saying eczema, so that's how I say it. I know that is a major problem for a lot of people, and it has a lot of root problems, but if you just need to treat their skin and soothe it, Bend Soap, I believe the creators actually made this soap trying to help their kids that struggled with eczema. So definitely check them out. I'll leave links below and coupon codes if I can get any for you. But so I like their hand lotion as well. They create a lot of yummy smells and all from 100% natural ingredients. So really, really love this company. And then Lavender Meadows & Co. has an incredible lotion as well, a body lotion, hand lotion, and hers are not scented. Well, they have, this is almond and cocoa, so it has this kind of almond and chocolatey smell, but it's very mild. So what I actually like to do with her lotions, or if I get like unscented from Bend, I actually like add my own essential oils in. If I just want a lavender smell, I'll add a drop of lavender on my hand with the lotion. That way I can get the scent that I want at that time. If I want more refreshing, I'll use lemon. If my hands are really cold, I'll use like cinnamon. It's a warming oil. So I like non-scented lotions so that I can kind of personalize them that way. Okay, that covers all body products. Thanks for hanging with me. I just had a couple more. I want to cover hair products and menstrual products. Okay, so hair. Honestly, hair has been my biggest struggle. I find when I lean more into the natural products, it leaves my hair greasy or just brittle. So I discovered this brand called Function Of, and it's actually in Target, but they don't have as many options as they have online. And I would say this product is better than a lot of the really offensive hair products that have a lot of harsh chemicals, but it's probably not best. So please, if you have suggestions, let us know in the comments. You guys are so helpful to help me as well about these things. But what I love about Function Of is that you can get online and kind of tailor it to you. So I select the formulas that do not include any synthetic scents or colorants. So it's just white, and then I can choose a scent. I think they have 2 or 3 options that just use essential oils. So I can take those really offensive things that I know irritate me. Colors and scents are super irritating for me. And they can be just really unhealthy for you depending on what companies are using. So immediately when I just take those things out, it's already a better product. And I know that they don't have the really offensive ingredients like the parabens and such that are just proven unhealthy. So I feel like this is just a better option, and it works really good. It just leaves my hair very hydrated and soft. So Function Of, again, I'll leave a link below. So it says Function Of Cami because I kind of selected, maybe I want more volume, maybe I have damaged ends. So they kind of tailored their formulas based on what you need. It's really nice. But I do like a shampoo that has smell, so they do have a couple of options. You can add lavender essential oil, or I think they have a eucalyptus. I love the lavender, and I can always tell if it's like a synthetic lavender or from an essential oil. This is definitely from an essential oil. It smells amazing. So shampoo and conditioner, this is what I get for my girls, and what I use, I would say, most of the time for myself. I've also been playing with a couple of shampoo and conditioner bars. That's kind of new for me, but I found a couple that I really like. So shampoo bars, I was a little hesitant, but they actually work really good and they last a long time. You just kind of rub the bar at the top of your scalp, and then it kind of is integrated into the rest of your hair when you rinse it. So this one I got from Azure Standard. When I put an order, I was just curious to see if I'd like these shampoo bars, and I really do. It's from J.R. Liggett's. I've never heard of them, but I will try to find a link on Amazon or somewhere more accessible if you don't do Azure Standard. But I've been really liking these shampoo bars. They make my hair feel really clean. I do feel like they might be a little more drying, so that's when I kind of rotate and do the Function Of as well. Now this conditioner bar from Lavender Meadows Co. I love it. It is my absolute favorite conditioner product, and I know it is clean and safe and extremely effective. It makes my hair so soft, but it's kind of pricey, so I don't give it to my kids and I use it sparingly, but I'll just lather it on the ends of my hair in the shower and then kind of work it up after I've done that. Leave it in for as long as I can and rinse it. Oh, it makes my hair so soft. So I love that conditioner bar from Lavender Meadows Co. But the only other thing that I'll put on my hair to keep it clean and washed is a homemade dry shampoo. Dry shampoos from the store can be really dirty, I guess is the word. Have a lot of harsh chemicals in them to dry up your hair. But I simply get a jar and I mix in arrowroot powder, baking soda that kind of freshens it up, and I put carob powder. It's kind of like cocoa powder. I used to do cocoa powder, but I really did not like the smell of cocoa powder in my hair. Carob powder it's brown like cocoa powder, but it doesn't smell as strong. So I prefer the carob powder. There's really no ratio. I just play around with those 3 ingredients, mix it up, and then I use a brush to just dab in and apply. So I have to wash my hair every other day. I know people can get away with doing longer, but every other day is about as far as I can do without washing it. And then I get super oily. But on that day that I don't wash, I can just dab a little bit of this in the roots and it gets me through a day. And so if you're a blonde, you probably don't need to add the carob powder, and I actually add very little because once I add it, I just brush it through and it's not white anymore, but it dries out the oils. So I think that is a great healthy alternative if you want some dry shampoo. As far as styling products go for your hair, I don't have an answer for you guys on this one either. I'm very low maintenance with hairstyling products, but I do need a little bit of hairspray, and this is where I would love your help as well. I have not found a healthy alternative for hairspray. So I just pick up super offensive, super toxic aerosol hairsprays, but I just need a little in the morning so that this has a lift. Otherwise my hair just falls into my face all day and drives me nuts. But I feel like I'm suffocating when I spray this stuff. So if you have a solution to hairstyling products, please let us know. I don't use a lot. I don't put any other kind of stuff in my hair. I just need a little bit of hairspray, and I hate this stuff. So let me know if you have another option. Okay, now we're at the part of this video that if you're a man, I want you to leave, please. I cannot talk to this camera thinking that there are men listening to this. So please, thank you for listening, men. You are excused. Honestly, I don't think a lot of men were in here in the first place, but yes, if you are a male, goodbye. Okay, women, let's chat about menstrual care. I don't know if it's really considered a cosmetic, but it's really important. And there are so many harmful chemicals that are used in the creation of our menstrual products. And once you remove those from your life and then try to use them again, you will notice how damaging they are. The bleach and the pesticides that are used in the cotton fields to make these products, we are putting them in really sensitive parts of our body, and you really want to try to clean up your menstrual care products. So for my girls, young teenagers, they don't use what I use. And what I use might surprise you. You may have never heard about it, but I think it's like a breakthrough in this for women. But for my girls, if you want pads or tampons, definitely look for organic options. I know they're more expensive, and I know they don't quite absorb as well, but they're gonna be so much better for you. I do wanna look into getting those menstrual panties for my girls. I just haven't done that yet, but I do just get them. I look for organic, chlorine-free pads and tampons. So this, I think it's just L Period is the company, but they seem to like these. I think they work good. So I'll link to that brand you can check out. There are a lot of more organic options popping up. But for myself, okay, you've probably heard of the menstrual cup. And I used that for a while and thought it was the most uncomfortable thing ever. Okay, but I discovered the menstrual disc, and it was life-changing. Think of it, well, I get it from this company called Flex. If you're at a department store, you may also, I know Walgreens is where I used to get it, or on Amazon. I can't remember what the brand was named. So Flex makes the discs, and then this other I don't know, I'll link to the brand that I would get. So there are a couple of options with the menstrual discs. You can get disposable ones or reusable ones, kind of like the menstrual cup. So obviously the reusable is going to save you a lot of money, and I actually feel like it works so much better. So let me just explain. This is super awkward. Again, if you're a man, please leave. So this is the reusable menstrual disc. I mean, it's kind of like a diaphragm. I'm sorry, I don't really get awkward talking about this stuff, but I know other people do. But I think it's so important, so we're just going there. It works like a plug, kind of. It's just a little plastic thing that you put inside your body up past the cervix, and it just nestles in there and kind of creates a plug. And it works so good. Once it's up there, you don't feel it. I have not had cramping since I've used this. I use nothing else. I don't use tampons, pads, anything else. I just use this disc. My period has decreased. It usually only lasts 2, at most 3 days. I get no cramping. If I ever have to use a tampon in a pinch, I am miserable. So this Flex has changed the severity and the length of time that my period lasts, and it's so comfortable. Anyway, there's a lot more that I could talk about, but that's more of like a woman's retreat conversation, if you will. So the reusable works a lot better for stopping leakage. The disposables, I would suggest those if you're just trying it out. They work good, but this reusable one works way better. Trying to think if there's anything else awkward I want to say in that regard, but I don't think so. I think that about covers it. Ladies, check out the menstrual discs. They're life-changing. Well, ladies, I think that about sums it up. I say ladies because I sure hope that's the only ones that are left here in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this is helpful. Let's chat in the comments below about the kind of products that you use and love. This video was requested after I did another video about the more natural and safe products that I use for laundry. People wanted to know what else I use. So I also would like to cover with you like natural cleaning products. That one's huge for our homes to kind of detoxify our environment. So if you want to hear that, let me know in the comments and I'll round it up. It should probably be a little less awkward than covering menstrual products. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. The products we use as the keeper of the home are super important, and I feel very passionate about it. There are a few Instagram accounts that I love to follow that talk about this stuff. I will share them in the description, and if you want to dive in a bit further, you can go and check out those accounts. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon, and I'll be back to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.